Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Maria and I are coming to you guys live from the entertainment capital of the world. We're going to have Mr. Todd and Gina Strand going to be joining us from Dubai. In probably about 5 minutes from now, we're going to have Keith Brown out there in Punta Cana.
Yeah, Punta Cana.
Punta Cana coming, and we may have Danny from Tahiti. We're definitely going to hear and see some video from Kyrgyzstan. Guys, our business is exploding all over the world. If you feel the energy, if you feel the heat, then give us some hearts because business is booming. And guys, we are just getting started. We're so pumped up and excited about you guys being here on the Saturday training. I can assure you today, guys, we will be done by 9:55, or at least in 55 minutes this morning for us, East Coast, a little bit later for you guys, because of some things that we're doing today and going to be doing right after this presentation. But guys, we couldn't be more excited about what's happening and the excitement that's going on around the country and around the world. And we get to bring it to you. And after today, you should be even more excited than you have been based on some of the things that we're going to be talking about. So, guys, today's forecast is
100% chance of winning. Definitely.
If you believe that, go ahead and give us some more hearts on that. If you believe that today's forecast every single day is 100% chance of winning, go ahead and proclaim that, because again, you attract what you think about. What you say is what you attract. What you think about is what you attract. And if you do that, ladies and gentlemen, there should be a lot more hearts coming, guys. I know some of you are just waking up here on the West Coast. Give us some more hearts in there. Today's forecast is 100% chance of winning. So guys, we're going to be bringing on some people here. So we're going to move a little slower here in the first couple of minutes. So we're looking to see if we can add a few.
Our special guests, you raise your hand, so it's easier than having to go through the list. But yeah, really appreciate that. But you know what, Darryl, everybody here that's here, made that initial decision to choose to be here today, right? Some people woke up today, or some people made a decision to not be here today. All those guys, they're always saying the same thing. They're always doing the same thing. That's what was in their mind. They justified their reason for not being here. But those of you that are here, oh my gosh, you guys, you made that decision to be here and move forward on your path to success. So we're so proud of you, and thank you so much for being here.
Guys, you're going to hear some stories. Again, some people, Todd's supposed to be in a certain location. He's in another location. Wait till you hear that story coming to you. That's a little teaser right now, but just an unbelievable story. Another adventure travel story. When you take a look at Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and some of those type of things out there, boy, Todd's going to tell you guys an amazing story. One of those travel stories that can literally make a difference, not make a difference, but something that he'll always remember. I've got Keith texting me right now.
And make sure you look at your screen, because I promoted you to panelist several times. So make sure we double check that and see if we can. Hopefully it will. I might have to change it over, but hold on one second. There we go. Yeah. Yes, okay. It took a minute, because you in Punta Cana, so it took a minute. But yeah, you'll be able to come on now and be there too as well.
Okay, so Marie, let's start off with, Todd's getting ready to come on here in just a couple of seconds. And guys, we got a couple of guests for you guys this evening. Let's go ahead and start off with that first video that we just talked about. Guys, this is going to set the stage. A lot of you guys know we did OG University this past weekend, and it was absolutely unbelievable. That's all I'm going to say about it until I speak about it later. But it was unbelievable. No question about it, guys. It's one of the best trainings, one of the best one-on-ones. I mean, lives literally were changed there. And again, I just can't help it. But I'm going to say that it was that amazing. And we'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later as well. Look at these guys out there in Punta Cana having so much fun. Hey, Keith, you are being a distraction right now because everybody wants to be out there where you guys are today. But guys, hey, one of the things we talked about and the way we started the OG University was this video here, because this is one of the things that a lot of people miss. And if they don't get this, they miss out in life. And this is one of the things we started with, and we spent some time and actually went around the room and asked people. I asked this question a lot. What does that mean for you? Because sometimes we pontificate, we obliviate, whatever the word is. And in other words, we're talking and we're just sharing information. And sometimes I think it goes in and out because it is the same stuff a lot of times. This is a little bit different, but that question was key. And for me, getting started in this industry about 36 years ago, over 3 decades, one of the things that the foundation for me, and you got it as well, was that you got to be here 5 years from now. And you can't just be here 5 years from now. You got to be here 5 years from now doing the right thing. Your success is equal to the right amount of time plus the right activity. You can't just be here 5 years from now, but that is key. A lot of people just don't show up. They don't stick and stay. They get in, they expect something to happen magically overnight. And when it doesn't, it breaks our heart when we see people go back to doing things they hate doing, not making enough money, not living the life they could. And so one of the key things we started out with is this video. And again, understand why we're doing this. Check this out. We'll be right back.
Maybe some of you have heard about the story of the bamboo tree. But for those of you who haven't, here it is. So there used to be a man and he got frustrated with life. Despite all the hard work and effort, failure was all that he learned. Feeling defeated with life, he left everything and exiled himself into the woods. There he met a hermit. The disappointed man shared his failure with the hermit. "Give me one good reason not to quit," he pleaded with the hermit. "Look," the hermit said, pointing towards 2 plants. "Do you see that fern and bamboo tree?" "Yeah," the man nodded. "When I planted the fern and the bamboo seeds, I took very good care of them. I gave them water, light, and fertilizer. And within a short period of time, the fern quickly grew from the earth," the hermit continued. "But despite the bamboo seeds being watered and fertilized for years, it did not outwardly grow as much as an inch. In fact, nothing at all happened in the first year. There was nothing, no sign of growth. But I didn't give up on the bamboo seed and continued to water and nurture it. By the 5th year, a tiny sprout emerged from the earth, and within 6 months, the tree grew 100 feet tall. It exploded out of the ground. So I have this question for you. Did the bamboo tree lie dormant for 4 years only to grow exponentially in the 5th? The hermit asked. Baffled by the question, the man kept quiet. Well, let me tell you, the answer is quite obvious. The little tree was growing underground, developing a root system strong enough to support its potential for outward growth in the 5th year and beyond. Had the tree not developed a strong foundation, it would not have sustained its life as it grew. So all this time that you're struggling, you were growing strong roots, remarked the hermit. The man learned his lesson that day. He learned the value of persistence and hard work. The fern and the bamboo stood right in front of him as he walked towards his life to continue to work on his dreams. So I hope this story tells you something. If you keep struggling and working hard, but you can't see any results, it doesn't mean that you are not growing inwardly, that you are not starting to develop the mindset and foundation to become successful or to achieve your dreams and goals one day. Because without the strong foundation and the root system, you won't be able to grow as much as you want.
Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, that is half the battle. If you can be here 5 years from now, that is half the battle. You can be here. 50% of it is literally just showing up. And that is one of the best illustrations. I've used that illustration for years and lots of trainings that you and I have done over the years, Maria. We've shown that because, again, we live in this microwave society. I want it now. I want it instantly. You know, you put something, a pot pie in the microwave, and 30 seconds later, you're eating it. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. So I hope you guys get the video, the recording of this, because again, it's not on Facebook as of yet. Hopefully in a few minutes, Todd will be able to put us on, but wait to hear that story. But Maria, just on that alone, that's one of the things that helped us become successful. We were just here to give it time to learn the skill sets, to go through, to develop a rhythm to become successful. What did that mean for you in your development in this industry?
Well, you know, just the consistency and the persistence, being able to, you know, keep doing the right things, even when the wrong things are happening.
That right there.
Oh, keep doing the right things, even when the wrong things are happening. And Darryl, and guys, I don't know if you know it yet, and you probably won't till later when you look back and reflect, because that's what we did too. But we're trying to just kind of like make you have that aha moment when you're on trainings and, you know, when you're talking with your team leaders. It's important to realize that this day, today, what you're going through right now in regard to training, what you're going through right now when you attend OG University, what you're going through in your experience with three-way phone calls or three-way messenger chats or Zooms and things like that, is that you are building that strong foundation right now. This all is part of the process in building your strong foundation right now. You have to be able to kind of know what to do. You kind of got to get into the right path, go towards the right way of doing things in network marketing, in the industry, in your business of Travorium. So a lot of this whole process, everything that you're experiencing, your whole time frame that you've been here, you are building that strong foundation, the roots that you need to be able to hold you solid when you start ranking up, when you start getting to that point of reaching ambassador. So it's important for you to go through this growth process, because you as a partner, as a distributor, you're learning about this industry. You're learning it every single time that you attend trainings and you read books and you go through the audios and the videos. This is your time right now. This is what you're doing. You're building. You're
realizing that people that are your family, people that are your friends, really aren't your family, really aren't your friends. They support you, but they don't support you. These are some of the things you're going to learn going through this. Unfortunately, that is what happens. So I got a quick video here. It's literally 30 seconds. But when people say, well, I'm on that Saturday training and, you know, I hear similar information over and over again. So I'm going to show you another video right here. So maybe we can bring up, we're going to bring up this video. So this is my answer. Yeah, this is my answer to people say, well, you guys say similar things all the time. I think we say a lot different things, but your mindset says that. So here's my answer to those people that say, well, it's the same thing. Why do I have to get on there? Check this out.
Why are you in the bathtub?
Auntie has to go to work.
Again?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Let's do it one more time.
Why are you in the bathtub?
Auntie has to go to work.
Again?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Okay, so don't ever say that while you can't show up. Now, unfortunately, the people that need to hear that, they're actually not on here, so they're not even going to hear that. But, you know, when you go to McDonald's or you go to your job, what do you do every single day? There's a continuity, and maybe you don't understand it, but it's the process that makes whatever business you work for, a company, work. People do the exact same thing. That sustains the company, helps the owners become multimillionaires, billionaires, etc. There's a system in place, so it's always the same. And it's no different here. Those that continue to duplicate and build and develop their business can actually grow their group and their organization. So guys, when you take a look at what's happening right now in Kazakhstan and some of these other places, and just the travel deals that are going on, people are traveling. You guys look at Dream left and right, people are signing up, people are seeing an amazing story. But when you look at what's happening in Kazakhstan, you know, some of you guys have been seeing David's, some of his videos over in Kazakhstan. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and show some of the stuff that's going on over there. I know Todd's supposed to be on in a second, And hopefully we'll get him in a second. We've got Keith standing by in Punta Cana. They're at the beach here, so we're going to hear from him in just about 5 more minutes from now. But when you think about what it took Todd and I and Maria and all of us to get to, where we are and the income levels that we're at right now, guys, it took us 6-7 years to do that. It really did, because we went from, not having a company. We had a company, but we didn't have any of this stuff. And it just took us time. And I just thank God every day that we decided to stick and stay. We decided to, stay the course, do what we need to do, because we believe, number one, in the company. We believed in David, believed in the biggest thing of all, we believed in ourselves, that we would continue to help this company get to the point. So imagine taking it 6-7 years for us to get to the income we're at. There's people now that are doing that in less than in 2 years. Yeah. I think in the next 15 months, the next 12 months, there are people in 12 to 15 months that will actually be able to reach these type of incomes. That's the type of momentum. Now, I just got a text. Todd is on. So before we do Kazakhstan, let's go ahead and bring Mr. Todd Strand on. Guys, when you hear the story of what he and Gina have been going through, it is unbelievable, but it's going to be an adventure that he'll be able to tell until the day he leaves this earth. And even though I know he wanted to be in Kazakhstan, even though I know he wanted to be there with all the energy and everything that's going on, he's going to have an amazing story to tell his kids, their kids, and hopefully longer than that. So, hey, Todd, man, you're around the globe. You're 11 hours away from the West Coast time right now. You have been, told Maria, you've been Indiana Jones. I don't want to say the Temple of Doom, but you've been on one of the Indiana Jones type of adventures here. So I'm going to go ahead and defer to you. We've got a lot of stuff. Keith is standing by anytime we're ready. But Todd, we're so happy that everything is okay. You guys are now back into an amazing hotel. And I'll let you tell your story, buddy.
Yeah, we're Indiana Jones at the 5-star Hyatt Galleria right now.
Unbelievable.
By the way, we're going to talk about this place. This place is unbelievable. I'm grabbing my headset, by the way. And I knew you were doing all the momentum, and I need to get us on Facebook. So by the way, keep talking about all the momentum while I put us on Facebook real quick.
Yes.
And we also are recording too, Todd.
Yeah, so we are recorded the whole thing on here, but guys, there's just a ton of momentum happening. Mm-hmm. There's people that I think we'll show one of the videos there, but Dave introduced a lady that's been in the business 3 months, and she's a 4-star. She's just a half a tick away from becoming an ambassador. Yesterday, there was a guy that just went 1-star ambassador. We have never even heard this guy's name. Another person walked by. Oh, that person just became an ambassador as well. So it's happening, and it is not only happening there, it's happening all over the place, but they have got some tremendous momentum happening. And it is truly, truly a blessing to all of us around the country, all of us around the world. Yeah. And that's just a testament to that you're in the right place at the right time. And if you want to continue to go faster, all you got to do is continue to do more and look at some of the things that you're doing. These are things that we're putting together, because sometimes we think we're doing certain things. And when you analyze it, I told you guys a story that, I was working out, doing weights and stuff. And I've been doing that for a few years now. And then my 23-year-old son, he said, Dad, come work out with me. So I dropped everything, went to go work out with him, thinking I'd be able to hang, right? So we go work out. He puts me through this amazing a gauntlet. I'll call it a gauntlet of stuff that was just totally way over my head. I was literally woe out. So you can always, even though you think you're doing something, there's still another level. Well, the story continued. About 3 weeks later, we have another friend that lives here in our neighborhood, and he's a trainer, football player, pro football player. So Aaron connected with him, and Aaron's got a trainer. He's a coach. Aaron paid him. They started working out. The day Aaron came back, Aaron looked worse than I did when I worked with him. He was completely wore out. So again, there's always another level. You can never be stagnant. You can never think that you're where you want to be. You just need to continue to go and go. And the folks over there are showing us that there's multiple levels to what we could do and accomplish. Todd.
It's the acceleration we've talked about, right? When you look at Keith Brown, who we're going to go to in a moment, he came into the company, he set a brand new record. So again, if you go back to when it was, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, of course, she wasn't an ambassador back then. It was Danny Segwinall. It was you guys. It was us, right? Well, we didn't have world tours. We didn't have all the getaways. We didn't have 10,000 to 12,000 per month for ambassadors. We didn't have, ambassador vacations. We didn't have the new ambassador training program, which is kind of another ambassador vacation. We didn't have all that. And so this has been a development over time, where we've gone from none of that to, this year, we're doing a record number of world tours. And the company now knows there's a correlation between the number of vacations that all of you guys take and our growth. The more we get you traveling, the more the company grows, because people get to go where I am right this moment, or where Keith Brown is right this moment, or where Danny Segwinall is right this moment. And you get to be a part and experience what a world tour is. Now, the world tour has not officially begun in Dubai, but I'm at the world tour property. The world tour begins on Monday. But I told Darryl guys in the car as I was driving over here, I go, guys, we've been underselling this place. I mean, we walk in, it is 5-star. There's this ice skating rink in the middle of the place. And they got a Baskin Robbins right there. They got this wood fire grill pizza place. They have all this high-end shops. You want to buy a brand new suit, Darryl? You want to buy some high-end jewelry? I mean, it's a whole galleria. That's why they call it galleria. It's an entire shopping mall within the Hyatt. They got a grocery store inside the Hyatt. You can go and buy all the different stuff you want, which is great, because if you haven't guys heard yet, we don't have any luggage. And so we had to go buy a razor and comb and, and toothpaste and dental floss, and we had to buy everything.
We
didn't tell you a story. We didn't tell it. So
that's okay. We'll get to that in a moment. But anyway, but the place it's oceanfront. And so today, I found out that you can actually eat breakfast in 3 different places. There's a ground floor where you can eat breakfast. Okay, all the food, everything, every kind of juice, every kind of pastry. They got the chefs there making up any way you like. It's amazing. There's a VIP club you can go eat breakfast in. But this morning, me and Gina went up to the 360-degree rotating restaurant. It's on top of the tower, and you can see the ocean, all of downtown Dubai. I mean, the view is absolutely spectacular. And I got to interview they found out who we were, Travorium. And then the main guy, let me take you up there. And they brought out the main chef. So I get to introduce get introduced to the main chef. I interviewed him on camera a little bit, Darryl. I'll send you the video, right? And he's from Syria originally, but he talked about the international cuisine, because they have so many people coming here from all over the world that when you do the breakfast, you're getting to sample breakfast from a lot of different cultures. The Asian culture, the Indian culture, obviously the Arabic culture. It's amazing, guys. I mean, the place is absolutely 5-star. The room is gorgeous, on and on. Now, to backtrack for a moment, for those you don't know, we're supposed to be in Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan right this very moment, where everything is blowing up. I mean, the business is out of this world. We were flying from LA on Tuesday to land in Dubai to catch our connection flight to go to Kazakhstan. Well, when we landed in Dubai, if you guys didn't see it on the news, they had the flood of a lifetime. It's never rained that much in the history of this country here, and everything flooded. I mean, the cars were underwater. And so we land in the middle of this natural disaster that's happening. They canceled everything. There's no flights today. There's no flights tomorrow. Okay, can we get our luggage? Come back and see us in a week. Their entire system crashed. Nobody can get their bags. So we still don't have our bags. They said, come back. I mean, it's just the airport's a train wreck. It's just people were sleeping on the floor. And I didn't know that there's some people down there that can't even leave the airport based on their passport. They have to stay at the airport. Where me and Gina eventually, we were like, okay, this is bad. You know what? Let's head on over to the Hyatt Galleria. So yeah, we're roughing it now at the Hyatt, right, guys? So we went shopping. We just took the Dave Hard Pay to Save card, and my wife bought all new stuff, new outfits, and we'll get to that story later, right? So anyway, it's pretty incredible. But the reason I wanted to bring it up is that, guys, as you travel, part of the experience is the things that are going to happen along the way. And don't get me wrong, it can be unbelievably frustrating when it happens to you. But when you look back, you're never going to, oh man, remember that trip? remember we got stuck in the airport, and you're going to describe the whole thing. You're going to have this incredible tale to tell. Part of traveling so you can tell better stories. You're going to have this incredible tale to tell about everything that happened, and you're going to speak about it in such glorious terms. But understand that it's nobody's fault. It's not Travorium's fault. It's not Expedia's fault. It's not Emirates' fault. That was the airline we were on. Emirates, it's a high-class airline. Their entire system melted down. I mean, their best answer is come back in 5 days. Maybe we can find your bag. I mean, this is a pretty high-end airline in what is now the #1 tourist city in the world. Dubai is especially, it's #1 2 years in a row. I mean, this place is booming, absolutely exploding. They got the tallest building in the world. They got the biggest mall in the world. I mean, they got the biggest everything, and they just had an epic meltdown. And part of it's because it's never been stress tested. They have great weather here. They don't know what it's like to have a snowstorm in Chicago, or have everything so ice where things, don't run normally, because they got great weather all the time. I mean, things just, planes come in, planes leave. What do you mean? What do you mean things are grounded? That's never happened in the history of our place. And so they didn't know what to do. But I bring it up because some of you are going to have people that go check in a hotel and they didn't have my name. It's Travorium's fault. This program's no good. I mean, guys, this is what happens when you travel. When you travel, things are going to happen. I realize it's part of the journey. It's part of the adventure. And it's part of your memory. I mean, you're not in the jungle where you're going to get eaten by lions, but you are going to maybe get stranded or you can't get into your hotel room, or, the Uber guy did this. So you're still going to have some great stories to tell. And I only bring that up because when things happen, sometimes people are looking for someone to blame. And, oh, it's because you booked through Travorium. Guys, it had nothing to do with Travorium, right? It had nothing to do. You could have booked it through anybody, and what happened was going to happen no matter what. And I only bring it up because eventually things are going to happen to you, because it's just part of life. And you're going to have customers where something's going to happen, and, they're going to be stressed. And sometimes it's good to know the stories and know that, hey, guys, this is part of the great adventure. If there's anything our company can do, we'll certainly try to make it right. But I promise you, there's nobody, not the airline, saying, hey, Todd, Gina, well, can we buy you some clothes? Can we pay for your toothpaste? Because I know that your bags are here and you got to buy it. No, nobody's going to do that, right? No one's going to come over and write you a check and make it right. That's not how it works. And just bringing it up so that when things happen, people don't try to come back on you or make you think that it's your responsibility. That's part of the adventure, right? So just keep a great smile on your face no matter what. But guys,
Todd, real quick, I don't know if you want to mention this, so I'm going to give you a code and you can say it if you want. I know Gina found a way to put a smile on her face, so you found a way. I don't know if you want to go there or not, but
why not?
Yeah,
it was a funny moment. So we go to the mall, and again, they get the biggest mall in the world here. And keep in mind, we got no baggage, we got no toothpaste, we got no dental floss, we got no shirts to change into, no pants to change into, we got no underwear to change into. Okay, we got nothing. But my wife, she found some Christian Dior shoes, there at the mall. You guys don't know that's just like really high-end brand. These things are outrageously expensive, okay? She found some Christian Dior shoes. I took that picture and sent it to her girls. I go, somehow or another, we have nothing, but this makes it okay.
Yes.
Happy wife, happy life, right? So
I love it.
You put it on the Dave Hart card, right? Dave Hart bought my wife. When I say the Dave Hart card, that's that Pay Quicker card that we all have. And some of you are like, well, my card doesn't have that much money yet. It doesn't have much money yet. But that brings us back to the acceleration that we're having as a company. And guys, this time next year, we are going to officially be in pre-momentum, if not momentum. I look at it, and you look at, like, it took me and Gina 9 years to get over 500 grand a year in income. It took Darryl&Maria Roberts, 7 years to get to that level. We now have people that are doing it in their second year. When you look at the team in Kazakhstan, there's going to be somebody in that group who's probably going to do it in about 18 months. And it's this acceleration, no different than Keith Brown. I know we have him on here as one of our guests. We were with him just last week. He did an unbelievable job at the OG University. What a magical experience that was to be there with Keith and to be a part of it. And, for those of you that were there, I mean, Keith was just, so incredible. But when he came into the company, he set a record. And, records are set to be broken. You're going to continue to see people come in because we are such a better company today. There's so many more options on world tours, so many more options on getaways. There's so much social proof because so many of you have taken the trips, you've paved the road, that people come and say, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And their teams are exploding and blowing up. So it's a great time to be a part of Travorium.
Well, absolutely. And guys, we talk about the compensation plan, and some of you that have been around for a while, some of you take it for granted. And I'm talking to leaders almost every day and doing conference calls. Todd, I was on the phone with Paul from Arizona. He had us on the phone with an incredible leader. But when we talk to these leaders and they see the comp plan, guys, and I know we don't hit it like I'm about to hit it right now, but when you can see how you can earn $10,000 a month, over a six-figure income every single year with a tiny team of under 400 people, it's actually 376. It's 188 left, 188 right. Platinum members, if they were all platinum members, thanks. And you can't get desensitized to that. Those numbers are flat out ridiculous because, again, over Todd's 30 years being full-time and our 30 plus years being full-time, guys, that's not the case. That is not the case. Other guys are having to bring in 2,000 and 3,000 people, and they're having to do backflips, and then this volume doesn't count because it came from somebody else. When you understand that, I'm telling you guys, you need to get in a hurry to get there because you're leaving money on the table. So I'm telling people now, and I know Todd and I were talking about this with Maria and Gina, putting together this daily checklist, some things that you can do daily. Todd, I don't know if you want to go into that a little bit later, but that's something we really want to get out at some point in time. And it's not always predicated on the business. It's predicated on, and Todd actually brought this up, it's predicated eating an apple a day. Getting up, walking for 30 minutes, or doing some type of exercise for 30 minutes, getting yourself used to doing the things you're supposed to be doing, not only in the business, but just in life in general, hanging up your clothes, whatever the case. But I'll just keep with the 30 minutes of exercise a day, whether you're walking, whether you're lifting or combination, et cetera. And then you can now start taking advantage of those steps, the simple step. And then that can transpose you into creating daily habits of making 3 to 5 calls a day, reading 10 pages of a good book every single day, listening to 15 minutes of a good audio. So that's one of the ways. And Todd, when you brought that up, I just thought it was so amazing that if we can do the little teeny weeny things, we can actually do some of the things that some of people think are tough. Talking to 3 to 5 people, posting on Dream Life or checking out Dream Life Story, et cetera. That's going to be huge. And I can't wait to work with you and Maria and Gina to put that together here, hopefully over the next 30 days or so.
Yeah, because it's, one discipline leads to the next. And
exactly.
If you eat an apple a day, then there's a good chance you're going to write down your goals and read them every day. And if you do that, then there's a good chance you'll make your bed. If you do that, there's a good chance you might work out for 30 minutes. So if you're doing that, then there's a good chance you're going to, read 10 pages of a good book. And if you're doing that, you're probably going to listen to 15 minutes of audio. And if you're doing that, you're probably going to call 3 or 5 people today. And if you're doing that, you're probably going to become an ambassador. And, the whole thing, it's a domino effect. And There's a fantastic book I mentioned one time before called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. And one of the stories he talked about was Michael Phelps. And they had this whole long list of things that Michael Phelps did every day. Every day, here was the checklist. He did A, then B, then C, then D, then E, and then F, and he did it in sequential order. And it was the law of small victories. And there was probably 100 things he did before he ever got into the swimming pool. But because all of those things went right, the way they were supposed to, when he got in the pool, he expected nothing else than this is just number 101 on the list. Why would it also not go right? It was 100 small victories that he had before he ever got in the water. And because the rest of it went right, and because I did this, and I did this, and I did this, and those things went the way they were supposed to go, naturally, when I get in the pool, it's going to go the way it's supposed to go. Fantastic book, but it's the same kind of a concept where it's the law of small victories. And guys, you can change your life by starting with an apple a day.
It is that simple. Yes. So, guys, we're going to bring on Keith right now, and so he should be able to click the button.
He's in Punta Cana.
Dude, I've been checking on some of the videos. These guys have an incredible time. Hey, Keith Brown, take it away, sir.
Let's see if
I don't think you're in Chicago anymore.
Hold on, there we go.
You got to take off your mute button.
There we go.
Okay, can you hear me now?
You sound good, buddy.
Wait a minute, hold on.
You look good. You sound good.
Is that better?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it didn't look like you're in Chicago.
I'm still. Let me borrow your dry shirt for me. Hold on. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's better. All right. What's going on, guys? Can you hear me? Okay. Can you see me?
Yes.
We can see you. We can hear you.
All right. Well, look, guys, we are in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. We are on a world tour. There's about I think there's probably about maybe 80 of us that are actual members that's actually here in Punta Cana. We're doing a resort takeover. You know what I'm saying? I got the coach here with me, you know.
Coach!
What's up? What's up? Representing Travorium. You got the Travorium shirt on.
Straight out of Travorium.
You know, so, guys, this resort is amazing. I mean, 5-star, all-inclusive, all the meals, all the drinks, all the alcohol, all the booze, all the liquor, all the spirits. I mean, guys, it is amazing. But the best part about it is the staff here is great. But there are so many of us that's here, you know, having a phenomenal time. I mean, guys, let me show you something real quick. This is something. Hold on, we got some more Travorium members right there. All right, you guys say hi. All right. That's Todd. Todd. Yeah, that's Todd. That's Gina. There's Darryl. You know, but guys, I want to take you somewhere real quick. Let me show you the type of fun, the activities they're giving us. Hold on, let me turn this camera around.
Look at that beach.
Wow.
Trees. That's a bar right there. You guys get anything you want at that bar right there.
The Wi-Fi. Yeah, I think
you're probably out of the range of the Wi-Fi key.
Yeah.
You got to go back to where you were.
Yeah, because you can zoom in though where you were. There we go.
Keith, you got to stay close.
Okay. He's back on now.
Is the sand hot? Look like
you guys, we are having a phenomenal time. I mean, 2 people, it was only 3.
You know, so the Wi-Fi is reconnecting now.
Yeah.
He's back on the path.
He was about to say 2
that he was in. Was that like an ice area or what? I mean, that was I saw some. I don't know what that was. But
yeah. So the resort is right on the ocean.
The money is going to come. It's going to happen. But in the meantime, let's become a product of the product. Let's enjoy the gift of travel. Let's enjoy the fact that Travorium has made it possible for anybody on any income, you know, to actually, you know what I'm saying, experience Punta Cana, experience Dubai, experience going to Cancun, Mexico, experience going to Spain. So let's become a product. Let's show people exactly what we have. And trust me, the people will come to you. So I don't know if you want me to add anything else to it, Todd or Darryl or Gina.
This is Maria.
Hey, go ahead, Maria.
Keith, well, I just wanted to say, okay, when you went to the sand, what was that they were doing, the activity on the sand, and how much was it again at Punta Cana?
Yeah, you were out for about 10, 15 seconds.
Okay, so what you guys were looking at, that was a foam party on the beach. Oh. I mean, it was foam everywhere. You know, people covered in it. They got this machine blowing foam all on the sand. So it was a little party going on. They got high energy music playing. And for 2 people to actually be here at the Grand Palladium Palace, all inclusive, 5-star, all food, all drinks, 2 people, it was only $360.
That's
unbelievable. And we got over 70 people here that's members of Travorium actually here on this trip. Well, that's just 70 people that came with us. There's more Travorium members that we were just meeting, you know what I'm saying? Because yesterday I had on my Travorium shirt. So they were just stopping. There was a lot of people that were part of Travorium that wasn't a part of our group that was just stopping me. You know, we took pictures, but I didn't even know they were members. But because they saw that Travorium shirt on, you know, they introduced themselves to us. So there's probably well over maybe 80, 90, maybe 100 Travorium members actually at this resort. So we're having a phenomenal time.
Well, Keith, one of the things that you were talking about at the training, can you still hear me, buddy?
Yeah, he just
went. Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. You gave everybody a huge secret, something that some people may not even know that it is important. But when you were talking at the training at the OG University last week, you gave that secret. Then you had to back up and go sit down a little bit next to us, Maria, that at the training. Do you remember that segment that you talked about? how you actually get people enrolled. You pick up and make a.
Yeah, I hate to call it a secret, you know what I'm saying, because it's an obvious secret, but most people, you know what I'm saying, they try to avoid this. But, the reason why I was able to enroll 5 people and I'd been a member for like 2 hours was because I simply picked up the phone. I didn't text. I didn't do, you know what I'm saying, Facebook Messenger. I actually picked up the phone because, see, I wanted people to hear the excitement in my voice. They can't get that through a text. They can't get that through a message. But if they hear my voice, if they hear the excitement, one thing that I've learned is that when your hair is on fire, people will come see you burn. They want to know what's got you so excited, what's got you jacked up. I mean, what is it? So the only way that I can actually help them understand is that I had to, first they had to hear my excitement, but then I had to go to them and they had to see why I was excited. Now, yes, I can get people on a Zoom. I can send them a video, but what I prefer to do is I want to be there with them. So if they're within driving distance, I'm going to them. I'm going to knock on their door. I'm going to ring their bell. If, if it's somebody that I'm really cool with, I'm going to kick their door in because they need to see Travorium. They need to see this blessing. They need to see why I'm so freaking jacked up and excited about this amazing company. Now, if they're not within, driving distance, then okay, yeah, I'm still going to pick up the phone and call them. I'm going to set them up for what I want them to see. But I'm either going to get them on a Zoom, whether it's with Todd or Maria, whether it's with, I'm getting these couples mixed up. Todd and Gina, Darryl and Maria, whether, I don't care who it is because the information is all the same. It's still the exciting information. I just need them to see it, So, the key to everything that, especially what I do to build this business, it's all about excitement. It's all about, people need to believe that I believe in what I'm sharing with them. But if you're talking like, you're shy, you're timid, your belief level is, not actually, exciting. You're not sure whether or not, they're going to like it or not, then they're not going to join because people don't join because of an amazing, presentation. They join because of you. So you need to get a pulse. You need to get excited. Your belief level needs to be through the freaking roof. And guys, I mean, I'm in freaking Punta Cana having a phenomenal time, guys. I mean, if you don't believe in the product, then use the product. If you want to just be like, well, I'm not going to show anybody yet. I'm going to, maybe take 2 or 3 world tours just to get your belief level up. I'm going to take maybe 2 or 3 getaways just to get your belief level up. Or if you just want to get your 3 and just see that your fees are waived and you're not actually paying a membership fee anymore, do that. But do something, to get your belief level up, guys. Understand, you've been blessed. I was in another company where I was making 25 grand a month and I lost all of that overnight, but God closed one door and he opened up a better door. So God makes no mistakes. You got led here for a reason. Do not take this blessing that was given to you and just sleep on it. Don't sweep it up under the rug. Don't put it in the closet and say, well, you know what, I'll get to it, later on down the line. No, because if you don't show, then that means you're stopping somebody else from being blessed with this amazing company. Look at it like that, guys. We're not looking at it where I'm only showing because I want to get my 3. I'm only showing because I want to, become 2-star. I'm only showing because I want to be ambassador. No, we are showing because we want to bless other people what God blessed us with. So guys, look at it that way. We're not selling. We're not convincing. We're not twisting arms. We are blessing. This is a blessing, guys. Take it and share it. So other than that, man, I'm going to get back to this pool party unless you guys got something else you want me to share. But other than that, I need to go have some fun.
Thank you.
Unbelievable. Incredible, Keith. You're amazing, man. Love you, Keith.
Hey, love you guys too.
Awesome.
That's amazing. What's incredible, Darryl&Maria? Obviously, you got Keith there in Punta Cana with a massive team of people having a great time. In your other leg, I was talking to Sabrina yesterday morning. She's in Venice, Italy, with a massive group of people at the World Tour in Venice. She did the ambassador training. You guys have people from 2 different legs from all over the world traveling, vacation, having a great time. And people saying, man, Darryl&Maria, how are you making all this money? Because we're making a difference in a lot of other people's lives. Look at that pool party. Guys, it's the foam machine.
The foam party.
They got all that foam. It keeps coming out. It gets so thick. You're walking through it. You can't. You're like you can't see anybody, right? It goes everywhere. It's amazing, guys. I've been to that resort, Punta Cana, where they were at. We were there with Danny Seguidal. It's an amazing property. If you've never been there, you got to put it on your list. I mean, they got incredible restaurants. They got an amazing hibachi bar there. They got an amazing Indian restaurant there. They got a Mexican restaurant. They got 2 different buffets. I mean, there's other high-end restaurants there as well. I mean, the food is amazing. You're right there on the ocean. And so the distance between I want to be in the pool with a swim-up bar or I want to be on the beach where they got the full bar and all the foam, that's like a maybe 3-minute walk. I mean, you know what? I'm going to head over to the beach. Now I'll go back to the pool. And so it's all right there. Incredible place. But guys, we are doing things in travel that have never, ever been done before. We're doing things in compensation that have never, ever been done before. And for those of you that were a part of the OG experience last week, we got hands-on, we got into the weeds, we got into the laptops. We literally made people write their goals. We had people define their why. There were all kinds of tears in the room as people were sharing their real why. I mean, guys, it wasn't just some surface stuff. And we drove down and we gave people an opportunity to share. And some people were brave enough to stand up and share. And as they were sharing why they were doing it, I'm doing this for my kids, you know, because my kids have never seen me succeed. And you hear these kinds of answers. And then it gave someone else the conviction and the bravery to stand up and then share their story. And you get down to the real stuff. And you're like, man, I'm not the only one in here that's, you know, been beat up in life. I'm not the only one that's been chewed up and spit out. I'm not the only one in here that has kids that don't believe in them, or parents that don't believe in them, or family that doesn't believe in them. I'm with a group of dreamers right now. I'm with a group of entrepreneurs right now. People who are just like me, who are going to help me go be on that beach with Keith, help me build the team, get to 25 grand a month like Keith, so that, you know, so I can go in to all of the naysayers, right? You know, that's the later on. But I mean, guys, it's a group of people that you can have a commonality with, a tribe, people that believe the way you believe, think the way you think, and they're going to help you get there. But again, when you're hands-on, and we were doing this kind of stuff, it's a big part of the OG University. Because right now, today, this is just a monologue, right? You know, I'm wah, 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 wah. You know, I'm talking, Darryl's talking. At the OG, it's a dialogue where, you know, we're having you write the stuff down. You're standing up, you're sharing, they're sharing. We're getting in your laptop with you, showing you how to invite to the Dream Life page, showing you how to tag people in the content, how to send a message to somebody, how to do a 3-way messenger chat. We actually put it up on the screen. Here's a message you could send. Everybody right now, we're going to invite 5 people. We're going to do 3-way, you know, messenger chats, right? So again, this is the purpose of it. It's just to be hands-on, interactive, to help people. We're not talking about it. We're going to do it together. Show, don't tell. Nobody's leaving here without doing these specific things, which means there were people in that room last week that did more in the business in one day than they've done in the last 6 months. And so again, so for those of you that were a part of it, great. For those of you that have not been a part of one yet, we'll have some future ones in the future. But any event, I want to say this again, any event, the event we did with Deborah Taylor and Cynthia Sly, off the chain, absolutely incredible. In fact, you guys were busy doing the event. I didn't get to tell you, Darryl&Maria, but one of the ladies who works for the company, works for Travorium, you guys know her, Myra. I was in church. I'm walking out of church and I was grabbing they were doing a food thing. I was grabbing take all your excess cans from home and donate them. Well, I was grabbing the bag, then here came Myra. And I'm like, Myra. So we're hugging him, we're talking, all that kind of stuff. And she's like, oh, where are you guys going next? What's your next trip? And we're doing this whole thing. And then she goes, how was Memphis? And she goes, oh my gosh. She goes, this is Myra at the corporate office. She goes, I heard that event was so amazing that the bar that Cynthia and Deborah and Pastor Mel and Kendra Keys set is so high, she's feeling pressure to make sure the event in July is equal to the task. It was an unbelievable event. So any event that an ambassador is doing is an event that you should be plugging into. And you should be plugging in with your ambassador first and foremost, whoever your media apply ambassador is, to see what are you guys doing so that because obviously that's the one you're working with the most. We're obviously doing these. They're open to anybody, but we're doing those that if you want to come, you can. But again, anytime an ambassador is doing an event, that's something that you should be attending, something that you should be a part of. And so it was an amazing experience last week, guys. I just want to congratulate you because everyone that was there was, I think, just flabbergasted, mesmerized, and they're like, wow, I've never been a part of something like this before.
Yeah, it was, and Todd, we're still hearing feedback from that, and we appreciate you and Gina, being there and being able to pour into people. But I love that peer-to-peer type of thing. I mean, we had people there from Cartagena, people there from Kyrgyzstan, people there from Canada, Ala and Igor, and people from all over the country. That was just simply amazing. And, and I love the fact that, yes, we have our teams there and we're doing what we need to do. But I love the fact when other teams come, because it just shows just we're all one team and we're all working together to, make Travorium get to that next level, make all of our businesses get to the next level. And I absolutely love that. We're not doing any type of recording of this type of thing because there's no way from a Zoom perspective that we can kind of see what you're doing and analyze and then kind of correct on spot, some of the things that we're doing. So we just want to, answer that question that was in the chat about, replays or recordings. We don't do recordings of the OG University. There's no way. You had to be there in order to enjoy this. So we'll let you guys know of the future ones as well.
And guys,
even if we aren't ambassadors, yes, guys, that was available for everybody. I mean,
there were ambassadors there from Washington.
There were ambassadors that came. Keith Brown was there. Tanya Anderkoff was there. Yeah. So we had 4 different ambassadors between all of us. But yes, we had people that were brand new in the business there, 1 stars, 2 stars, doesn't matter. Yeah. Anybody, all are welcome. And again, it's a group learning thing where you'll be like, that's how that works. I mean, you see people where the light bulbs are going off and having this epiphany. We're like, no, that's why that's doing that. Sometimes it's like, you feel like you're getting Apple support. That's how that works. Sometimes it's simple things, guys, that hold you back, but
Yeah, and we didn't explain. I mean, when we talk about OG University, of course, obviously, that OG for us stands for outstanding guidance, and we're there. It's in a classroom setting and we're just, one-on-one with people and kind of learning from that standpoint. So that's what it is. But, OG also stands for, hey, we're from back in the day. We're teaching you a lot of the knowledge that we learned. We're OGs in the industry. That's what we consider ourselves, all of us that have been here for 30 plus years. So this is unbelievable training. But yeah, this is for people that are brand new, people that are been in for a while, and people that have already reached ambassador.
Anybody that wants to go to another level.
Ambassador or 1 star, 2 star, 3 star ambassador, we're still all learning. We still have to learn. We don't stop learning just because we became ambassador. You don't stop getting better. You keep on learning.
One of the advantages too, and that's why we're gonna have to close this out here within 3-4 minutes, because we're gonna be doing monthly calls just with graduates that are part of the OG University, and we have one scheduled, a big announcement we're getting ready to make here at the top of the hour to those that were part of the first and the second one. So that's a big announcement, something just for them. They're going to be meeting us at the top of the hour in a secret location. You guys don't know where it's at, so don't try and get on a Zoom and try and figure out, because you don't have this secret OG Zoom that we've got. So Todd, we're going to have to close this out. You guys come, you're going to be a part of it. Imagine, because we want to do follow-ups. It's going to be like we're adjunct professors, and monthly we're going to do follow-ups with the group, and they're going to be on recorded, not recorded, but live, face-to-face cameras for those that can. So Todd, again, man, I'm just so pumped up, and watching what Dave is doing over there and the folks in Kazakhstan. I mean, it motivates me. I mean, wait a minute, I'm not doing enough. These guys are flat out and there's different reasons. And I want to make it clear. Todd said this to me earlier. He said, you just got to run your race. You can't look at other people. You can't look left. You can't look right. You just run your race. But I can tell you what, I'm more encouraged. I'm more fired up than ever before. It's just like you think you're lifting weights and then somebody shows you you're not doing enough. And then somebody shows that person they're not doing enough. So Todd, I am pumped up watching David's videos and what's going on over there. Pretty amazing. No question.
Guys, their success is your success because you get to tell the story. You get to tell the story. Man, we got people that in their second year are making $500,000 a year. We got people in their 8th month of the business making $23,000. You can share that story, which is going to inspire your prospects to help you become successful, right? But don't compare where you're at to what someone else is doing because you're comparing your first quarter to someone else's 50th quarter, someone else's 100th quarter. As Darryl&Maria said, they've been doing this 30 years. You've been doing it, what, 2 months? You can't compare what you're doing to someone else. Sometimes it takes a while. But for one final note, Darryl&Maria, so we're standing in line at the airport, right? It's a zoo. It's a unbelievable, madhouse. And we bump into all these people. Of course, we have this commonality, right? We're all stranded. Well, you use my last name, right? We're all stranded. Anyway, well, one of the ladies says, yeah, well, we travel for a living. And like, you travel for a living? She goes, yeah, we go from place to place. We don't have a home anymore. We just go from one resort to the next. And they're like, what about your kids? Oh, they're getting the world experience of doing all this. And they're like, well, how are you doing that? She goes, well, I got in the network marketing business. And, of course, then I told her we have a travel company. Next thing you know, we have an audience of people around us. And her and I were talking about, I was building her company up. She was building my company up, right? Well, anyway, we took pictures together, the people in line, right? Guys, prospects are everywhere. I mean, even at an airport where it's a natural disaster area, it's an airport full of people you can talk to, okay? And so everywhere you are, there are prospects there. All you have to do, as Keith said, is pick up the phone or begin a dialogue. You can do the ad tag message. You can do the peak pass plug, right? Just don't be a secret agent. Just don't be a secret agent. Tell people about what we got because it's truly incredible. I'm going to be uploading the video from the Hyatt where I'm at, the breakfast, the sky view, the ice rink, the hotel, the room, the view. I'm looking out, I can see the entire Dubai city out my window. And so, guys, we've been underselling this place. It is 5-star in every way, shape, or form. I'll be uploading the video to Dream Life. If you're not a part of it, you're missing out. Keith Brown's uploading his video from Punta Cana to Dream Life. I know we got Danny Seguinal in Tahiti. I know we got Sabrina in Venice, guys. We got people all over the world. This thing is happening. All we need to do is help you get to where you want to go. But guys, Darryl&Maria, appreciate you. I know we got to bounce.
Yeah, Todd, the Dubai trip, the one thing you missed, some people are paying $7 for that type of lifestyle.
For 6 days
for
and
6
5
days.
nights.
And some are paying like $49. Guys, I'm telling you,
I pay $49.
$49. There's nothing on the planet like this. So guys, we'll talk to you guys later. Todd, we'll be back. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
See you.
You got it.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye. Thank you.